is inheritance protection planning.
So a lot of people think that if they have an estate plan that avoids probate or eliminates estate taxes and get things to the right people, then that's a good estate plan. Now, arguably, a lot of estate plans don't even always accomplish that for a variety of reasons. But assuming that they do, you really can take your planning a step further and provide significant protection to your family. And a lot of people don't even realize that this is even possible. We call it inheritance protection planning in our office. But rather than just hand everything to your beneficiary where they have total access to it and total control and they can spend it however they want, that really means it's also accessible if any speed bumps might come along in their life. So inheritance protection planning is about saying, hey, maybe we want to leave this inheritance to this beneficiary, but leave it in a way so that it's protected. What if the beneficiary is not good with money and we want to make sure we structure it in a way to protect themselves from their own frivolous spending perhaps, or maybe their spouse's frivolous spending? What if your beneficiary goes through a divorce at some point? Do we want to take the risk that your beneficiary might lose part or all of the inheritance in a divorce proceeding? Or if your beneficiary gets sued? So a lot of people don't realize, but what we can actually do is leave things in trust to your beneficiary. It's there for their use and needs. But at the same time, if your beneficiary ever goes through a divorce, the funds are protected from that divorce proceeding. Or if your beneficiary is ever sued, the funds are protected from that lawsuit. Maybe your beneficiary becomes disabled at some point in time and needs to apply for public benefits of some sort. Well, then that trust can operate as a special needs trust so that your beneficiary won't be disqualified from those public benefits that they might need to help cover medical expenses. Along with that can also be things like bloodline protection. So if your child passes away, we make sure that the funds continue on to your grandchildren or other family members in the way that you intended, rather than perhaps ending up with your son-in-law or daughter-in-law or somebody else that you didn't intend, and then the funds wind up outside of the family. So that's what inheritance protection planning is about. We have a lot of flexibility in how we do it. So for example, we have a client that says, I'm very comfortable with my child having total spending control over the funds, but I do like the idea of protecting the funds for them, then we can set it up that way. So it's not a restrictive setup, but it is really some fantastic protection that you can put in place for your family.